MCA Sales Mistakes. When you know better, you do better. I've talked to a lot of MCA associates and I see a common thing happening. So what I've done is comprised a list of 8 mistakes that's costing us sales. So let's jump right into this right after the intro.
Good times never fade away. Smile. Even if I'm not what you hear today, smile.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Coach T. Taryn, like Karen, but with a T, spelled just a little differently for those of you who don't know me. Let's jump into 8 MCA sales mistakes that's costing you that $80 commission. All right? 1, bad attitude. Bad attitude equals a bad profile. You've got a bad profile, whether that be a profile on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. For instance, you have a picture of someone who is not you. A picture of your kids. Now, don't get me wrong. Your kids are absolutely gorgeous, okay? But they should not be your profile picture. Put pictures of them on your newsfeed, but don't make it them because they're not the ones selling this business. You are. That'll be the first thing that people will do is go look and search to see who you are, what you're about. So they will go look at your profile pictures. Are you sharing things that are relevant? Are you inspiring people? Are you motivating people? Are you doing something that they're curious about? Or are you being an amateur, sharing a whole bunch of nonsense, TV shows, love and hip hop? That is my guilty pleasure. Okay, but you'll never see me sharing those type of things because it's just irrelevant to my brand, right? So let's move on to number 2, which is not having enough leads on a daily basis. If you want to be successful in this business, you need to show 100 people to get one person to sign up on spot. That is not to say that the other 100 people in that group, some of them won't sign up. That's not to say that. It's just that it will take time. One person is going to sign up on spot. So if you're getting about 20 leads a day, you're on pace for in 5 days to make a sale. You need a plethora of leads coming at you each and every day. What that tells you is that you need to get creative. There are 2 billion people on Facebook, but there are 7 billion people on planet Earth. So it's about getting to where those people are. Are you just doing Facebook marketing? Are you doing Instagram marketing? Are you doing Twitter? Are you running paid advertisements? Are you doing offline marketing where you're actually going out and connecting with people? Are you connecting with people when you're at the store? Are you making ads on Craigslist? All right. Are you meeting people face to face? Are you going door to door? Are you setting shop up somewhere and getting people to come to you? Those are just a couple of different ways. There are 1,001 ways that you can market this, whichever is your strong suit. You don't have to do them all. You just have to do what you're best at, okay? So let's move on to mistake number. Your messages are way too long that you're sending people. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. We want to be short, sweet, to the point. If we're sending them a long text message and we're saying,
Hey, my name is so-and-so. I work for this company called Motor Club of America, and we're paid $80 each time that someone gets referred to our company. We post ads on social media.
That's way too long. Way too long. We want to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Our job is literally to get them to the information. Texting is offensive, all right? Showing is courtship. Courtship is when you are showing someone. You're showing them your website, your marketing system, or some sort of presentation. Telling them is offensive with that long text message. Think about it. When you're in a relationship, are you going to get further by telling your spouse or telling someone that you're interested in, I'm going to do X, Y, Z? Or is your spouse more interested in showing and you showing them what you're going to do? Make sense? Let's move on to mistake number 4. You're not voice clipping. You're sending such a long text message that really, if you cut it down and voice clip, it wouldn't look that bad. People are more receptive to listening to something. Okay, so leverage that tool of voice clipping, especially on Facebook. If you can put a voice, if you can talk to them, that will increase your chances because what you're doing is you're building rapport with them automatically. Rapport is what you need in order to make a sale. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. So when you are voice clipping them, they are saying, oh, okay, this is a real person. Extremely, extremely powerful. So leverage that tool. Let's move on to mistake number 5. You don't ask their why. You don't ask their motivating factor. Okay, why did you join this business? Why you joined this business is different from why I joined this business. If you don't know why people are motivated to do anything, you'll never move them into action, aka the sale. You have to ask their why, and they will appreciate you asking their why. And in this business, you do have to care. You can't just say things to just say them. You really need to show empathy and be a compassionate person. This is the people business, okay? This is the people business. If this makes sense, give this video a thumbs up right here, right now. Let's move on to mistake number 6, which is talking about MCA too much. I know that MCA is wonderful. I know that the business opportunity is wonderful. I know that our benefits of the services are wonderful. I use the benefits, but everybody else doesn't know that. I love sales. I know that sales is a recession-proof industry. I know that sales is one of the highest paying industries, and I know that sales can lead me to time freedom and financial freedom if, and only if, I practice and do it right, because there is a process. Do you think that other people think that? Do you think that everybody in the world likes sales? If they did, they would already be doing it. Do you think that people like to refer people to do other things? If they did, they'd already be in this business opportunity. So I say that to say, people don't want to do this. People don't want to do MCA. What people do want to do is provide for their family. What people do want to do is go on vacation. What people do want to do is be able to pay their bills. So when you're saying, we post ads on social media and we make an $80 commission, that person on the other end that's seeing that status, that post, they're not thinking that they can make money that way. You need to tap into their emotional. You need to tap into their motivating factor and start posting things that you're doing. Go live at 12 in the afternoon. Talk about how you can go get an oil change like I just posted the other day. Talk about how the fact that you can work from home allows you the ability to go, for instance, myself, go have lunch with my wife whenever I want to. The fact that I'm able to go do whatever my grandmother needs me to do. Hashtag get you on Mama Murphy. If she wants to go have lunch, we can do that. If she needs to go run to the store, I can take her. If she needs to go look for a new appliance for her house, I can do that. Okay? So that's what you want to show people. You want to talk about, oh man, I'm so excited. It's payday in my company and I was able to go use that to go get new tires. That's how you want to position it. MCA is flooding. It's all over the place. All over the place. And what you're doing is you are not allowing people to convince themselves. You're giving them way too much information, which is blocking them from being able to make the decision for themselves. And people want to make decisions for themselves. Let's move on to mistake number 7. Waiting for them to message you. AKA, I'm going to send you this information and then I want you to message me when you're done. Whose responsibility is it for your success? Is it my responsibility for your success? No, because I can only give you the tools. I can't even make you money. You have to make yourself money, but what I can do is give you the tools. I can lead you to the well, but I cannot make you drink. So what you need to do is take responsibility. This is your responsibility, your duty to take care of your family. It's your responsibility to get back in front of their face and don't allow them to message you because they just won't. You need to get back in front of them, in touch with them, however you're communicating with them, within a max of 8 minutes. I always message my prospects back after they reviewed the information within 5 to 8 minutes, okay? Because their level of interest is still high. If I wait the next day, they have forgot about 72% of what they've seen in the last 24 hours, okay? So I have to stay with them. I have to make it short. Waiting for them to message you is death because they'll never message you. Some people say I message them back the next day. That's not going to work. They've moved on to something else. Anything can happen within 24 hours. They could have got a call from a job and said, okay, I want to do that job because that job called them back first. Do you see? That job progressed them and had them keep going through the process where you waited. You waited. Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard, right? You have to be in control of that. If you don't want to be in control, this business is not going to be for you. So this leads me to my last and final mistake. The biggest one of them all that's costing you. Following up. 5 to 12 times. Remember we talked about not having enough leads and that the ratio was 100, show 100 people to 1? 100 leads, you'll get 1 sale. So, something else that I want to put into perspective. People need to see this opportunity 5 to 12 times before they make a decision. So if you haven't gotten back in front of this prospect at least 5 times, don't expect to make a sale. Fortune is in the follow-up, fortune is in the follow-up, fortune is in the follow-up. Now, Following up does not mean that you have to consistently message them every other day or every day. I wouldn't even do that because that's just too much. People will get turned off by that. It needs to be subtle. So the first time that you present this opportunity, okay, your follow-up begins after they've reviewed the information within 5 to 8 minutes. That's follow-up 1. If they do not join, your next follow-up should be, you should have gotten a date that they can commit to being able to get started. So you should follow up with them on that date. Now, if they say within 2 weeks or something like that, maybe don't wait that 2 weeks. I would then message them maybe a week, okay, and say, hey, just wanted to check in with you. Are we still on for this date? And they'll let you know. Then it's just a conversation between you and that person. Okay, so that's follow-up 2. Now, follow-up 3 can literally be a post that you make saying, guess what I just got for my son? Some new shoes. I'm so grateful because there was a time when I couldn't get my son any shoes. I'd have to wait for payday. But because I work for myself, I could take the time to go get him shoes right now, and I had the money to be able to do so. That's the way to follow up. And they're like, oh, yeah, wow, okay. She did talk to me about this business. And then they start thinking about their life. Maybe they don't have kids, but what's happening is they're thinking about what they can do with that money. So that is another way that you're followed up. So that's like follow-up 3. Now, think about it. If you don't follow up, you're not relevant anymore. I would be willing to bet. You signed up, and when you were ready to sign up, the person who originally showed you this opportunity was not the person who you signed up with. More than likely, okay? Because a lot of people don't follow up, and fortune is in the follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up. I first seen MCA maybe like 4 years ago or something like that. Never pulled the trigger until last year in March. But not one person followed up with me. When I was ready to go ahead and join, I had to go research the information myself. And that's why I'm saying all of this to say that if someone had continued to follow up with me, I would have joined them. So 5 to 12 times is what you need to be following, how many times you need to be following up with them. And each follow-up increases your chances. These are the mistakes that you're making that is preventing you from closing your sales, closing your deals. Let's recap. Bad profile, go clean it up. Make sure that you have a professional looking picture. Make sure that the content that you're putting out there for your friends is relevant to what they like and to what you're doing. Mistake number 3, your messages are too long. Keep it simple, shorty. You're not voice clipping. Leverage that tool because it is so powerful. I'm not saying that voice clipping is going to get you a sale. What I'm saying is voice clipping is going to increase your chances of having them believe you, trust you, and then leading them to be able to click on your information. Because getting them to click, getting them to see the info is a process. Let's move on. Again, mistake number 5, you're not asking for their why. You don't care. You're in the people business. You got to know what's motivating people to move to action. Mistake number 6, talking about MCA too much. Limit your verbiage. Stop putting MCA out there, and understand too that by now Facebook recognizes what MCA is. It will only show when you post MCA to other MCA associates. Very rarely does it show to other people. Facebook is super powerful, so know how the algorithms work so that you don't post without a purpose. Okay, mistake number 7, not taking initiative for your own life, for your own future, for your money, and for your sale. You're waiting for them to message you when they just won't. So take the initiative, be the authority figure, be the expert. All right, show up and have your posture strong. Mistake number 8, no follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up, fortune is in the follow-up, fortune is in the follow-up. If you haven't messaged somebody, if you haven't got back in with them at least 5 times, don't count on making a sale. One time is not going to do it. You have to understand that. All right. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, Coach T, Taryn Like Karen. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon so that you do receive notifications each and every time I upload a video, so that I can help you expand and grow your online business. All right. I really want you to be a better online marketer. And connect with me on Facebook. Okay. If you have any questions, that's where a lot of times where I'm able to answer questions on Facebook. So clean it up. Coach T out.